If you are preparing for KCET 2026 exam, then you should know that KCET 2026 dates are already announced. And if you are still thinking I should start tomorrow, that tomorrow will never ever come. Hello and welcome to Deeksha Karnataka YouTube channel, and today I am going to discuss that if you start today, can you get a good rank? So here I am going to discuss mainly for physics KCET 2026 and what all are the mistakes that you are making and how you can correct those mistakes to get a rank of your own choice. And obviously the title of today's video is now or never. So if you are still thinking, still procrastinating that I will start tomorrow, let me watch few more reels, let me watch few more other videos than educational ones, then definitely you are wasting your time, and there is no such time to waste. So let us start with today's session. So here we are going to give you the 3 months ultimate strategy, and if you follow the strategy properly, then definitely your dream rank is possible. But before I start, I always receive these questions from a lot of you that if I start today, will I get able to get a good rank, yes or no? So all of you ask me in every live session that sir, if I start today, will I be able to get a good rank, yes or no? So this is my answer. So top 1000 rank, not a good rank, top 1000 rank is still possible even if you start today, but you have to be serious, you have to follow certain guidelines, and if you follow that, definitely top 1000 rank is within your reach. But if you still think that okay, sir is saying today I will start from tomorrow, no. Whenever you are watching this video, you have to start from now. You have to start from now. Okay, there is no such time to waste. And now remember, some of you might be thinking, okay, let me finish PU2 first. Even if you are thinking about that, but you still have time to prepare for KCET parallelly with your PU2. So do not waste time. You have to start preparing for KCET right now if you want to get a good rank. Remember this. So if you are watching my video today, mark today's date and every day mark your progress, how you are doing. Right, now let us continue. Why physics decides rank? Many students think that physics is one of the hardest subjects. Some students I was interacting yesterday, they are saying physics is one of the toughest subject. But why it is so? Let me decode physics for you. So physics is actually not hard, but student study it in a study in a proper way. Okay, so even if you think that physics is hard, okay, what it is difficult, but if you are studying it in proper way, then that difficult subject can be your scoring subject. And many students lose marks on physics, which is very, very serious offense. Physics is a scoring subject for KCET. It may be difficult for JEE, it may be difficult for NEET, but for KCET, physics is one of the most scoring subject. Right? So why you are losing marks? Because you are not studying them properly. Okay, right way. You have to understand what way you have to study. Okay, you can watch our lectures. Masterstroke series is already live, where we are discussing the important concepts for KCET as well as your PU board. So you should check those out. Now, what else? KCET physics is direct. So most of the questions are being asked as a direct question. So you have studied the concept, and based on that concept, direct questions are being asked. So you have to answer those direct questions. It will not be exactly line by line memory based question, it will be conceptual question obviously, but the questions are not very tricky. You do not have to multiply 2-3 different concepts regularly, but there will be some questions, obviously there will be some questions which will be asked to you having multiple different concepts combined together, but usually out of 60, around 50 questions are direct concept based question. If you know the concept, if you know the conceptual formula, conceptual understanding, then you should be able to answer those questions. So if your basics are clear, then physics becomes your score booster. Okay, so you have to clear your basics first. So basics means basic laws, Coulomb's law, what are charges, okay, what is a point charge, what is an extended charge, how the charge behaves when it is kept in an electric field. So these are the basic things that you have to know. Okay, if you keep a charge in an electric field, in which direction it will move? If it is a positive charge, in which direction it will move? If it is a negative charge, which direction it will move? So these are the basic things that you have to understand. Okay, and once you understand that, even difficult question becomes easy for you, right? Now what else? So how can you overcome this, and how can you understand the concepts right now? So here is my golden rule that you have to follow. First, you have to study the concept. So once the concept is done, concept means obviously, as I mentioned, you can read from your NCERT. If you someone who wants to study from books, you can watch our videos. I have done a lot of videos in our channel and many more to come, so you can watch those videos to learn your concepts. Okay, so learning the concept is very, very important. So once your concepts are done, try to remember the formula. Okay, so k q1 q2 by r square. What is k? What is r? Okay, so if the charges are negative, then what will happen? So these are the formula and the understanding that you have to build up. So from concept you have to build up the formula. Do not go in the opposite way. Do not try to remember the formula and try to understand the concept backwards. That is a wrong way. So you have to understand the concept, then you can go and learn the formula. So without learning the concept, if you start from here, most students start from formula first, then they try to solve the PIQs. They don't understand from which concept the question is based on, and they apply some wrong formulas, which is very, very wrong. So you have to first understand the concept, and then you have to go and understand the related formula. Once that is done, then you have to solve the previous year questions, which is very, very essential to understand the level of KCET. Okay, KCET is not difficult. Once you start solving the PYQs, that will give you a confidence. Okay, then you have to go for some mock tests, which is very, very, very essential. This is one of the most essential part that students do not consider. Why it is important? Because mock test gives you an idea of the different level of questions. Okay, PYQs are common. Okay, even if you solve 10-year PYQs, 20-year PYQs, PYQs are already came in the past. Those questions, there is only 1 to 2% chance of repeating the exact question. Questions are not repeated, concepts are. Okay, so if you understand the underlying concepts, then only you will be able to attempt mock test, and mock test will also give you one very major advantage, is that the time management. So once you are able to solve 60 questions in 60 minutes, that will give you a very handy time advantage over your competitors, over your fellow classmates. So even though I am saying that, you should remember that the situation is very competitive. All the students are vying for top 1000 rank. Over 3 lakh students registered last year, but only 1000 students got top 1000 rank. So you can imagine what is the competition over there, right? So you have to stay ahead of the competition by attempting mock tests and then revise the chapter after your PU board exams are over. So right now you should at least learn concepts. Concepts are common for your PU2 as well as KCET. So whatever concepts you are learning for KCET, that concept will help you in your PU exam as well. And then obviously formulas will also help you to solve PUC problems, numerical questions, etc. So that is also very, very helpful. Now PYQs and tests you should practice. At least you should start right now. Maybe you will not able to do all the PYQs, maybe you will not be able to do many more tests, but you have to start now, at least 2-3 tests to check where you are standing right now. So once you are consistently doing that, your level should increase, and you will get around a good 1 month of time, more than 1 month of time, slightly more than 1 month of time when your PU exam ends and your KCET exam starts, right? And you should also continue with your revision during that point of time. Now if you want to practice more tests, okay, the test our own ABHYAS KCET test series which is currently running, here you will get 35 KCET level question papers. Also you will get KCET PYQs as a quiz, absolutely free of cost. So chapter wise previous year questions, last 10 years previous year questions, absolutely free of cost, and all the questions here are currently in your syllabus. I have seen many questions are being given to students which are not according to the level, especially by some of the other institutes which are giving the question papers. Either they are too difficult or they are too easy, but no one is giving exactly KCET level paper. KCET level paper, you have to understand that all questions are not of the same level. There will be some easy questions, some difficult questions, some medium level questions. So you have to be prepared for yourself that when I get the question paper, I should not waste too much time on difficult questions, and I should not skip the easy question. Now how you should know that this question can be a difficult question, this question is easy question? For that you have to practice many times. So that's why 35 KCET mock tests will very essential for you to prepare yourself, and along with that you will also get previous year questions as a quiz format, so you can attempt those quiz questions, and you should check how many of the previous year questions you are able to solve even after solving the questions. Now entire price of this is 1499, and you will also get physics, chemistry, maths and biology covered in this entire ABHYAS KCET test series, right? Now let's continue. And also you have to know what are all the important chapters for KCET. The important chapters for KCET, one good thing is that they are also important for your PU exam. So even if you are preparing now, if you are starting with these chapters, then definitely your PU result is also going to improve, your KCET result will also going to improve, but you have to start now. What are all the chapters? Electric charges and the field, the chapter number 1, obviously important. You are going to get 3 to 4 questions from this chapter. Electrostatic potential and capacitance, again another important chapter. From this chapter also you are going to get 3 to 4 questions. Current electricity, the God chapter of KCET. You can call it a God chapter, you can call it a super chapter, because from this chapter on an average every year, including last year, 6 questions came. 1 year 7 questions came as well. In last 5 years 1 year 7 questions also came. So this is one of the most important chapter of KCET preparation. Moving charges and magnetism, again super important for PU as well as KCET. 4 questions average on an average comes from this chapter. Alternating current, again important for your PU, important for KCET. 3 questions are expected from this chapter. Ray optics and optical instrument, another important chapter for your PU as well as your KCET. So if you are studying for PU and KCET parallelly, you will not lose marks as some people believe. So you have to start today, right? Again, wave optics, dual nature of radiation and matter, and very important is experiment. So the experiment exam, the lab exam that you are going to give, or maybe it has already started in your college. So the experiments that you are doing, including your PU1 experiments, the table, the formula table, the formulas that you are using to calculate some, say, resistivity, resistance per unit length, those formulas, the figure of merit of a galvanometer formula, they are also very important. Okay, that plays a major role to determine your KCET rank. Last year 3 questions came from the experiments exclusively, and we are expecting 3 more questions in this year as well. Right now, detailed study plan, when we should study what. Okay, I am not giving you an hourly study plan. Hourly study plan is up to you, because obviously physics is not the only subject. You have chemistry, you have mathematics, you have biology or CS, you have English, you have Kannada, or whatever language that you have. So you have to prepare and adjust the time between all of them. Right now, how can you adjust your time? So I am giving you a basic idea what you have to do month wise. So January almost about to end. So January to February, up to at least 15th of February, you should follow this. You have to complete all the high weightage chapters. All the high weightage chapters that I have shown over here, all the high weightage chapters, you should be able to complete them. okay, by 15th of February. Even after that also you should continue, and because your PU exams are there, so you will study for PU, right? So during that time also study important concepts, important formulas, important things that you need to solve KCET problems for, right? So high weightage chapter should be completed by February. Next, understand concept deeply. So you have to understand all the concept as much depth as possible so that you have a concept clarity. Next, last year 10 years KCET questions. Obviously if you are a part of ABHYAS, or if you are planning to purchase ABHYAS, you will get those questions exactly. They are in the textbook. There may be some questions which are now deleted, but in our ABHYAS KCET test series we are only giving you questions which are part of the syllabus only. Okay, so last 10 years KCET questions. Chapter wise practice is very essential. You should not start with, suppose, current electricity today, tomorrow you are without finishing the chapter you moved on to ray optics. That you should not do. So if you pick up a chapter, complete the chapter, then you move on to next chapter. Okay, so chapter wise preparation is very essential. What else? In the month of March and April means after your board exams are over. After your board exams are over, obviously you will not get time during your board exam. You have to prepare for board exam. Board exams are also very important. So after your board exams are over, you have to revise all the chapters, including high weightage, low weightage, medium weightage, P1 chapters. Okay, all the chapters you have to revise and attempt as many mock tests as possible. ABHYAS is giving you 35 mock tests, so that is also very important for you to practice. Next, speed practice. Speed practice is very essential, right? You have to answer 60 questions in 60 minutes. Again, ABHYAS test series is going to give you that practice. So if you are purchasing ABHYAS, you will get that speed practice done. So you will be able to have an idea that how many questions I am able to answer in 60 minutes. Okay, you have to slowly improve on that speed, right? So once you are up to the level that okay, I am able to solve 60 questions in 60 minutes, that means you are in a good stage. At least you will be able to attempt all the questions in KCET paper. Now, maintaining an error notebook for physics is very essential. What is an error notebook? Error notebook is where you mark your mistakes. Suppose you are solving a question, okay, and you realize that the formula that you have used is completely different from that what should be used in that question. So you have to note down for a particular question, I have to study this concept. Okay, so the name of the concepts and what mistakes you have made, that you have to note in your error book. That means you are currently lacking, or you do not know that concept clearly, or you have a doubt about that particular concept. So for example, you are solving a question based on Coulomb's law, and you have to use the value of epsilon naught. Instead of epsilon naught, what you have used? Epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12, but instead you have used 9 into 10 to the power of 9, which is actually the Coulomb constant's value. So if you are making such mistakes, then that is a major way of misunderstanding. So you have to write that in your error notebook, this value, so that next time whenever you open your error notebook, check your error notebook that what mistakes you are doing in the past, are they repeated or not. So if you are not making those mistakes again, that will give you an idea, okay, I am in a correct track. So this is very essential to maintain an error notebook. Formula mastery is obviously essential. So formula mastery will definitely give you an edge over your competitors. So that's why you have to learn the formulas, but formula mastery will come at the last stage when you already have completed all the concept properly. Then only you have to master the formulas, and it will come automatically if you are following all the steps properly. Right now, one more important thing, studying without a timer is like running without a direction. So it is like, do not run in a random direction. Timer is very essential, and ABHYAS is going to give you that timer along with proper KCET level preparation. So if you are still waiting, don't wait, purchase it today, because already more than 1,000 students are enrolled for ABHYAS. Okay, physics needs practice plus analysis, not just reading. So whenever you are practicing practicing physics, okay, whenever you are solving some questions, you have to analyze the answers by yourself, okay, and you have to realize, okay, what type of mistakes I am making, and I will not make those mistakes again. So this is very, very essential that you have to practice with timer, and you also have to analyze after your practice is over. Okay, if you start today, KCET 2026 top rank is not a dream but reality. So you have to start today, and you have to believe in yourself that okay, I can do it. So if you can still believe that I can do it, please mention that in the comment below, that I can do it, I will do it. Okay, I will do it. That message should be mentioned in the comment section below. And if you have liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and obviously subscribe to our Deeksha Karnataka channel if you have not yet subscribed. I'll be back with more tips and tricks videos in future. Till then, bye.